So we have about 6 months left in the year of 2026. As of recording this, I would say less than 180 days, but I haven't done the exact math and I'm not sure exactly when this actual video is going to go live. So I'll say just a little less than 180 days, but more or less, we still have 6 months left in the year. And my question to you is, how are you going to use this time? How are you going to use this time? I know for me personally, I had to make a decision that I was not going to waste the rest of this year because I want to be so intentional about who I am and so intentional about what I actually do and like what my output is. Because as we talked about a few videos ago, um, I am really shifting into that highest self version of me, if you will. And when I think about me at my most elevated self, she really takes her goals seriously and she doesn't allow fear and distraction to keep her where she is right now. So, in other words, January 1st, 2027, that version of me, that's in January 1st, 2027, she has moved beyond where I am right now. And that's again because she took the last 6 months of the year very, very seriously. And she was intentional about her thoughts, her actions, her beliefs, the moves she makes, how she shows up, herself, like her integrity, her self trust. She doesn't abandon herself. She doesn't self-sabotage. She doesn't allow perfectionism to run the show, or the internal dialogues that she has, like she doesn't allow that, or she didn't allow that to like run her life, run the show, or drive the bus of her life. And so I want to ask you, like, again, we have 6 months left, more or less 6 months left of 2026. Where do you see yourself on January 1, 2027? Spiritually, physically, uh, financially, mentally? Like, where do you see yourself? I can tell you that if you have this beautiful vision of your mind of whatever it is these goals are that you have for this year or for your life, if you see yourself January 1, being that thing, having that thing, doing that thing, it's literally starts today. Like, it's not too late to move towards that. It's not. Really, all it's going to take for you, all it will require from you is to like say yes to that January 1st, 2027 version of you. Like, say yes right now. Say yes right now, today, in this moment. Say yes to yourself and be very intentional. Keep your goals in front of you. Keep your vision in front of you. What has happened in the past is the past. We cannot go back and change it. Baby, when I tell you I've made so many mistakes, financial mistakes, physical mistakes, I've made so many mistakes that I could literally pick one out of a bag and just beat the hell out of myself about these mistakes. But I'm not going to do that. I want to keep my eyes forward and continue to evolve and to grow into the version of me that I already literally am. Like, we talked about this before, but just I'm in activation mode right now because I already am that version of me. I already have those things that version of me has, but I just need to activate it. I need to move forward. And this is not about doing more. I want Black women to do less. We deserve to do less. So when I say like taking action or moving towards those things, for me personally, it's about doing things smarter, or more creatively, to where I don't have to put out an extreme amount of output to still be able to utilize my gifts and talents, or to do whatever work it is I need to do to, like, for example, earn an income. Like I still believe, maybe this is delusional, I don't know, but I want Black women to do less. I believe that I can do less than what I was doing, like in my 9 to 5 life, and I can be more. I can still live abundantly. We talked about abundance in one of my last videos. Abundance for me includes time, freedom, joy. It's not just the money part for me. If it was just about the money for me, I've come to realize, like, if it was just about money for me, I would never even be doing what I'm doing right now. I would never host a podcast. The Brown Girl Self Care Podcast, by the way, drops every Monday on iTunes and Spotify. If you don't know, now you know. I would not be doing what I'm doing now if it was just about the money for me, because clearly, right now, I'm not living in the lap of luxury, honey. Clearly, I'm not. But it's not just about the money for me. My vision, my goals. It's again, it's more liberation based. It's more freedom. It's more healing for me. It's more courage for me. It's more time for me. I like time is one of the most valuable, if not the most valuable resource, other than obviously like water, oxygen, food. I'm not talking about those things, but time is like the most valuable to me resource that we have. It really, really is. You can have all the money in the world, but if you don't have time to, like, to just be, what does it all mean? For me, my time, and obviously my health too. Like those things are more so over money, like the priority. So clearly I don't do these things for just the money. I want to live differently. I want to live a life more freedom, because the more freedom I have, the more time I have to invest in myself. The more time I have, the more I can invest in my health, and have time to make, for example, healthier meals, or go to the grocery store every day or every few days, or go to the gym, or take long walks, or stretch my body, do yoga, move my body, uh, talk to friends, and be in the presence of friends, and build relationships. Like, there's so many things I can do with my time. Be creative. I never in my wildest dreams thought that I was a creative, because I thought that creation had to look a certain way. But I've come to realize, with time, it's taken some time. I've come to realize that we're all creatives. We just all do it differently. We don't have to have like a cookie cutter life, you know? So between now and January 1st, you've really got to make sure that you are being intentional with what you are doing now, because you will meet that January 1, 2027 version of yourself. And I really don't want you to waste time. And again, it's not about doing all the things. We can't do all the things anyway. But I want to encourage you to think about how you can do less and still squeeze out so much juiciness from life. Okay. Because that's what I'm thinking about right now. I actually had to get rid of the goals that I had, and now I am working through just a between now and the end of the year goal path for me, because I realized that my goals that I had before was still about, it still leaned more so on the do all the things side. And I again, I want to be very intentional. I don't want to do all the things. I do not, if I have not made that clear at this point, I do not want to do all the things. I want to do less. I want to do less so that I can be more. I don't even know if that makes sense, but that's what I'm saying. I want to do less so that I can be more. And again, it doesn't mean that I'm not doing anything, because again, we got to activate. We've got to move towards something, you know. But I want to do it in a way where I'm not running myself ragged. I'm not uh taking my health for granted. I'm not I don't even know. Like my mental health is not taking a crash. In case you didn't know this, I've experienced depression at least a couple of times in my life. So I really have to be very mindful of the things that I do. And I I know that a part of doing less for me includes just distractions, distractions, and they just come so many different ways. One of my main distractions is TV. I love a good show, but over the last few years, I have really had to tamp down on how much mindless stuff I was watching because I know that the version of me that I am, but I'm activating, like she doesn't prioritize TV in that way. Not that she doesn't love a good show, but she knows that since there's only so much time that we have and there's ways that she wants to take care of herself and to live abundantly, the TV is not high on the good life scale. Okay. So yeah, TV being a huge distraction. It's not something that I want to prioritize between now and the end of the year. So yeah, I'm doing kind of like a rework of my goals, specifically the ones between now and the end of the year. And I want to invite you to do the same in case your list initially was a little chaotic or it really just had you pushing yourself super, 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 super hard when you know that right now in the season, you don't have the capacity to really push like that. A lot of us are exhausted. If you can see the bags under my eyes, I've always had bags for a very long time. But when I started the job that I had in retail in February of this year, that I no longer have now as of last week, um, I was just that's where the recent bags came from. I was exhausted and my body was taking a huge beating because the job was so physical, so labor intensive for me. So yeah, I don't I really am being intentional over this next 6 month period. And maybe that's something I can talk about again as far as like my goals and keep you abreast of kind of like what I'm doing or um things of that nature. But I really just wanted to make this video today to just friendly reminder, let you know that this is how much time we have left in the end of the year. If you really want to on January 1 connect with that more elevated sense of yourself, now is the time. Now is the time to be very intentional. Now is the time to really figure out ways to put the distractions away and to be more present, be more intentional, be more loving to yourself, be more strategic in how you move forward, versus just mindlessly doing, because that's what we've been taught to do. We've been taught to just push and not question, all for the sake of, I guess, like money or short term rewards. So anyway, 6 months. What are you going to do with your time starting today? Who do you want to be? How do you want to show up for yourself? What can you do right now and over the next 6 months to be in integrity with yourself, be in integrity with that next level version of you? How do you want to feel over the next 6 months? Those are some of the things I want you to be thinking about. Okay. All right. So that's it for today. I will see you on the next video.